anyways, let's go ahead and get right into it. Welcome everybody to the finals of the monthly Shots Fired Gaming Tournament for Gold or Silver through Platinum. My name is Chaos with Chaos Esports Productions, and welcome to game number 1. Spawning in the upper left-hand corner here on Nimbus Ladder Edition, representing Team SINSTR. He is... Too many HAs. Anyways, and spawning in the lower left-hand corner, representing Team Wumpus, it is PikaBrOny. I don't know why my scroller thing doesn't work, but I have arrow keys, which sucks. Anyways, so we've got a PvZ final for you. It is going to be a best of 5 PvZ. So we should get to see. Me personally, I will be really interested to see if it's a very one-sided game or if it is a very even game. Only because, kind of once you hit that gold, gold platinum, in my opinion, is kind of the same. It's just a matter of technical, what's the mechanics really look like. I mean, looking at the APM, both of them are rocking a rockin' 50 and a rockin' 33. I mean, pro level APMs right here. But yeah, I'll be really interested to see how it all turns out. As you kind of get further and further in the ladder, it really just boils down to how comfortable are you moving around the screen and, really understanding the game. So, anyways, Nimbus is actually a really interesting map. So, you've got this wonderful in-base natural, which is always nice. Can never complain about an in-base natural because, it just makes for a fun macro game. But it is on high ground, which kind of poses a really interesting little twist to the game. So we'll have to see if it actually plays out in such a way that actually gets utilized. But then you're going into your third base. You've got a small ramp with some destructible rocks to make it really, really big. So it could potentially be a fairly large opening that you got to deal with. So it's just a very interesting map. I haven't played it too terribly much on the ladder, but the games that I have played are really very fascinating. SINSTR's Muhaha is taking his opponent's face. And PikaBrOny, as we saw in the last series that we casted of him, rocking his 3-gate, warp gate, rush, whatever you want to call it, because that's how he rolls, is going to be going for that once again. Granted, we don't have a whole lot of units out on the field so far, so the lings are starting to be produced and sent straight across the field to get some damage done. But yeah, it'll be really interesting. Since he does have high ground vision, this actually could pose a really big threat for PikaBrOny as gate first, but no zealots. He's like, ha ha ha, you should have zealots. I don't know. Anyways, yeah, so 4-gate is actually going to go down, and lings are actually heading back home. So he's actually going to go ahead and cancel. Very interesting. Not sure I understand the wonderful mindset that either of these players, but the 4-gate will commence as he is chrono boosting that out, and there is already a proxy pylon out on the field, so he definitely will be able to potentially get some damage done. It'll just boil down to whether or not Muhaha, gosh, that is the most ridiculous name ever. We'll just boil down to whether or not he's got enough defenses. As far as drone, he's droned up fairly well, so he should be able to deal with this, I think. It really just boils down to whether or not he can get the zealot count gets. Might lose the overlord. That would not be good. Focusing down the overlords, trying to minimize the amount of units that can be produced. 4 overlords are coming out, and actually the zealot will go down, and it looks like the lings will actually get a nice, decent surround. Not really getting a whole lot of damage done, but in general, for the most part, is going to go ahead and fend this off for the time being. More units being warped in, mainly stalkers though. I'm really surprised on that decision. Probably wants to try and pick off more of these overlords. Muhaha really needs to get his overlords out of position. The spine crawlers getting a lot of damage done. Obviously, the spine crawlers should be focusing the stalkers because they are armored, and I believe the spine crawlers do a little bit more. Yeah, they do an extra 5 damage to armored units. So Ling's gonna try. There we go. Speed is now done, so things are looking really good. Actually, might be able to get a really decent surround. Actually, on all of the units, the spine crawlers go into town on the zealots. One spine crawler will go down. Trying to get enough surface area, but is there enough? 10 more Lings out of the way. PikaBrOny just absolutely going to town with his 4-gate. And it looks like he will have just enough. Drones are being pulled, trying to minimize damage. I'm really surprised that Muhaha didn't get any other spine crawlers. 2 was good, but he really needed like 3 or 4 potentially. And now with the rest of the overlords getting picked off, I think that could potentially be the nail in the coffin. Lair did finish up, but it really isn't going to help him out a whole lot as more overlords are getting picked off left and right, and that will most likely seal the deal as PikaBrOny going to be poking in here, taking out this other queen. GG is called, and game number 1 is going to be going to PikaBrOny. Just